Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I wanted to talk about the experience that I had journaling and talking about amplifying your intentions as if they already happened so that you have teleported into the experience itself so that you can amplify the manifestation by really placing your desired reality right in the present. So it's like saying that I have won the lottery, and it has the emotions, the sensations, and the energy tied to that said intention, and you're allowing yourself to expand upon that cosmic abundance because you have already declared it and you have already said it as if it's already been made manifested for you. So amplifying your intentions and writing down certain intentions and writing them down as I am infinitely worthy and loved and I am an abundance to the entire universe. So it's like you're saying it, but you're also using switch words, which are ways to that you can use words and ways of manifesting in a specific phrase so that you're able to condense the expression and allow yourself to send signals out into the ethers as a way to multiply upon your own creation, and knowing that every experience that you've ever had of every experience. Let me know if the internet connection is good. Let me know if the internet connection is good, if anybody could let me know that. So it's multiplying your manifestations as you are writing them down, as you are speaking them into existence, because what you're doing is manifesting worlds into existence. So you're allowing yourself to be a projector of worlds, to be an intender of worlds, and you're also allowing yourself to become the vortex of creation, to know that everything that you want is inside of you. Everything that you're looking for is inside of you. It's channeling that internal abundance with amplifying your intentions. So it's like I was writing down like all the things that I wanted, but I was writing them down like I have a very successful podcast. I have a very popular podcast. Like one of my dreams is to have a brewery one day. I have a really successful brewery. My brewery is amazing. I follow my divinely appointed journey above all else. Not what anybody else says about my journey, but what I say and what I declare my journey to be, in a sense. So you allow yourself to speak to your prophetic nature. You allow yourself to speak to the prophecy that you're on right here, right now, ever present, because you're staying present with it. Also, if you guys could let me know if the internet connection is good, if it's not going in and out or saying no connection. Let me know if that's happening. But I also wanted to get across that when you're writing stuff down, don't write down that I want to experience it in 2 weeks, I want to experience it next year, or like putting so much pressure on yourself to follow through with it that I have to learn this said thing by next year. I have to do this said thing by next year, because you're putting it on a pedestal and you're also putting a negative connotation and expectation on that said manifestation. So when we're amplifying our intentions, what we're doing is that we're allowing ourselves to be the confirmation, to be the signal, to be the miraculous thing that is happening within our lives, and to really be relative, and to know that being relevant is always where your energy needs to be. So if something comes up in your life or someone says that you need to do this specific thing and it doesn't feel like it's in your divine resonance, obviously that's a signal to your emotional guidance system that that is a parallel reality that's being projected onto you. And you don't want that within your space. You want everything within your space that is going to breathe abundance, prosperity, love, and true consciousness. Because why would you do something that would cause you more turmoil or more heartache instead of listening to your divine seeking and your divine guidance, to allow yourself to really go upon the journey, to know that you're here to manifest worlds into existence. You're here to create. You're here to be of the abundance that you're seeking. And I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I wrote down as a way of manifesting, and also ways to write down what you're really feeling, in a sense. So it's like, I won the lottery today. I make $5,000 a month. I am the magnetic force of creation. I will have the job the divine appointed me. I will have an amazing brewery. My podcast is an amazing blessing. I have 5 stars on my website. I have clients that you allow yourself to stretch and allow yourself to migrate back into source energy. So if the internet connection is good, can you guys let me know in the comment section? I never know. So if the internet connection is good, I'm going to continue. So when you allow yourself to do this and to believe this, and also just to know it, you allow yourself of life, of your journey, of others that you're trying to be of service to. So I may have to restart this live. If the internet connection is good, is anybody seeing that the internet connection is good? I might have to restart this live. So what we're trying to do as spiritual light workers is that we're trying to show people another way of seeing, another perspective, another way to go about the way that you intend and the way that you meditate. And sometimes it's just like not being afraid to ask help, but also not being afraid to try something new, to try something different, so that you're allowing yourself to try something different, and you're allowing yourself to change the routine, and also just changing the energy and changing the frequency of how you're going about the said manifestation. And I think that's what's beautiful, is that you're changing the way that the energy is going and the momentum of that said energy. So you're allowing yourself to alleviate any type of lack, any type of resistance, any type of fluctuation of energy, because you're not going against your power. You're not going against the will that has been created for you, and the willingness to be free, and the willingness to be graceful in action. So I think that's what's beautiful with these live streams and things of that nature. And even though if the internet connection is bad, I don't know, but we allow ourselves to come back into balance with what we're speaking upon. We allow ourselves to not be regulated in a certain way, because we know that we're generating another gateway and a portal because of these intentions that we wrote down, but also that we meditate upon. So even though I wrote those down, you can use them and you can say, I am infinitesimally blessed. I have a great podcast. I won the lottery. And you can place your desired reality internally while you're meditating and create worlds into existence and literally create what you want as the projector screen of consciousness. So it's like you're painting, so slap the paint on what you want and put it there and there and there and there. Because a lot of the times we feel like we're going to do all of these crazy things that we think are going to bless our lives, and they're really actually not going to bless our lives. They're actually going to create more resistance, more difficulty, more ways of suffering. Instead, we can allow ourselves to recalibrate, refocus our energy somewhere within a different perception. So when we're meditating, sometimes if you feel bad, like right in the morning, or you feel like you're in a bad thought process, or you're just triggered by your friends or family or whatever, sometimes you just have to give yourself space and give yourself quiet time. And then when you meditate, it's as if you completely change into a different person. You embrace the shift that was present, and then your alignment and your reception is much different, and you go about life much differently. So that's what happens when we're meditating. Is that we're reshaping the energy, we're changing the configuration, but we're also allowing ourselves to change the causes and effects that come about it. So whenever we felt like we lost connection, we get reconnected back into the motherboard of consciousness. So it allows us to reshape our energy and to come back into balance and feel that there's something different about us, that there's something way different than the way that we feel and the way that we intend and the way that we grow and reshape energy. So something has changed within our organism and our DNA and our frame of mind and our state of body. And if we can see everything as nutrients, we can see everything as healthy, because you have to have a healthy mindset in order to be healthy. So your spiritual house, your vortex, and your state of being, your consciousness, is the way that you come back into balance with who you are as a spiritual entity of love and light. So it's allowing you to come back to who you are as a person when you're able to amplify your intentions, amplify what you're writing down, amplify how you're meditating upon your own I am presence. And it's very powerful and liberating to do this, because it's more than just saying that I am something, but you're already declaring that the action has already happened and the experience has already happened, and you know that you've experienced that said parallel reality. So you're moving closer and closer to the spiritual origin of what you are. So you are amplifying your intentions already, and you are making it more clear and more precise and more aligned, if you will. So you allowed yourself to quantum leap, because you set the affirmation and the declaration and the intention all together, and you combine them into this beautiful depiction and description of energy, if you will. So I think a lot of us, we feel good for like about 10 or 20 minutes, and then we forget about it. Or a lot of us forget our childlike dreams. We forget our childhood dreams. We forget what the inner child was like, and we forget our innocence, and we forget really who we are. And then we get lost because we're trying to be this adult in this human form, and we forgot our imagination. And it happens because of the veil of amnesia. We go through the veil of amnesia as we incarnate here, so we're here to forget, but we're also here to remember, and then we amplify our intentions and make our intentions known. And sometimes it's just like, God Source Energy, I really need help. I really need help. I need you to help me with this. I need you to help me redesign this, or help me with my speech, help me with the way that I go about this, or how I meditate. And then generally the divine comes in and shows you other things that maybe you're not doing, or maybe that you need confirmation, or maybe you need a sign, or maybe you need another entity to show you something else. And I think that's what's beautiful about spirituality, about consciousness, is that it takes us out of our present state and allows us to initiate another state of being that is more loving, compassionate, and non-dual, and independent of its own presence. So what we're doing, we're amplifying our intentions, or meditating, or like sometimes our hygiene can take place. Like I took a shower with like Epsom salts because it was purifying the body around me. So sometimes when we haven't, bathed in some days, sometimes the energy, and that's why, Jesus would wash the feet of his disciples, because he wanted them to be cleansed wherever they walked. So it's like we have to give ourselves this metaphysical cleanse every single day with setting new intentions and setting a new standard and setting a new example. So we're also going to I like a lot of their albums. They have a lot of bad albums, but they have a lot of good albums, that's for sure. Well, no, I think you missed the point. It's just really cleansing the spirit and cleansing what's on the outside of you energetically. But we're going to do a meditation, so if you want to take part in this meditation, also I'm White Wolf. If you've never seen me, you can book private sessions as well. I hope the internet connection is good. It seems like it is because people are commenting. So we're going to do this meditation, and when we're doing it, we're going to set new intentions, we're going to set a new standard, set a new example, and we're going to recalibrate everything so that we're in the internal present. So everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. So I want you to think about what you're writing in your journal, what you are speaking out into existence, and also what you're intending while you're in that meditative state. How are you able to be the master of illusion? How are you able to be the master of creating worlds into existence, speaking worlds into existence, and setting new intentions that initiate new aligned actions, and also allowing you to migrate back into who you are with this recalibration of meditation and relaxation and a sense of perception. So you have to see everything as divine. You have to see everything as a source of creation. You have to see everything as holy and sacred because this is your vortex of creation. So you have to place everything within there, and you have to set realistic goals and ambitions and expectations. But don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself, but put expectations that you're able to attain and able to switch into the vibration and shift into that essence of source energy. Put everything on your projector screen because you can put everything there. You can have a reconstruction of everything that you think or a state of consciousness. Because the third density state of consciousness is just a self-awareness of this false implication or this identity that we assume ourselves to be. So now that we can implement this higher state of embodiment, this higher state of consciousness, this higher state of resonance, we can finally culminate and encompass this light. That we can understand the fluctuations of energy and also the way that we're intending as we're placing our desired reality in the present because it is done. You're realizing that it is done and it has been done for you, and what you asked for, you received. So it's giving you the simulation of knowing that you've already received the undeniable, incorruptible source of creation, the abundance that you're seeking. It's more than the feeling, it's more than the emotion, it's more than the sensations or the sense perceptions, but it's more. It's the cosmic energy of abundance that you're experiencing with that said manifestation. And because you put that out there, you put those dreams in the stars, and you put those intentions with those switch words that allowed you to manifest even greater. So you allowed yourself to give yourself an embodiment of truth and what resonated with you at that point in time. You chose to go with what resonated with you. And at the end of the day, that is what is most important. Following your heart, following your desire, following the breadcrumb trail of excitement is really what is beneficial. So you're dissolving the illusions of false projections because you're projecting in a way that is more aligned and positive and true to yourself. And then you're able to implement a different state of being. And then while you're intending, you're learning how to signal the divine. You're sending the signals out into the universe. So we're really just grounding to remember. We're grounding in the roots, and we're allowing ourselves to maintain that enlightened awareness to demonstrate grace in action, to demonstrate setting ourselves by example, to sharing this love to the universe so that we are understanding how to receive and how to be of service to not only the one, but to others. So you are electromagnetic kinetic force field of energy. You are the source codes. You are a reprogramming of the DNA. And allowing yourself to empower your frame of mind. To finally go with what empowers you, what's truthful, and what's the embodiment of Source calling back to itself. And you're changing the definition or the description of it. And that's what's beautiful. And you're allowing yourself to elevate with the energy that is present. And you see that there's always another way to intend, another way to project, another way to achieve our goals and ambitions. And it's not out of rigorous force or resistance or feeling like you have to control everything. You have to let go of control to really have control. You can't be muddled within all of the details and have a stress-free life, because peace of mind, body, and spirit is what's important above all else. But don't give up on yourselves. Always set your new intentions. Always empower yourselves to do better. And always know that you are growing and that you are expanding and stepping out of the comfort zone and stretching yourself out, and seeing that every time that you do this, you're really stepping into more grandeur, more beauty, more ecstasy, and also more ways to be of abundance instead of lack and poverty and things of that nature. But just know that you're sacred, and just know that the only way to become perfections is to realize that you don't have to be perfect. So everybody take a last big deep breath. Exhale. So thank you guys for allowing me to do that meditation for you guys. I really appreciate the likes, and I'm glad that the internet connection is good. I have no clue sometimes with the internet connection being good or bad. So I want to thank you guys for letting me know when it's good or bad. And if I know that you comment, that's when I know that it's good, because some people, they get on the feed and they say that it's not good or things of that nature. But also just know that you guys can book private sessions with me for $70 for psychic readings, healings, activations, and go to my YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, whitewolf the Oracle 23_@. I hope this is a different way to amplify your intentions and your divine expression. That's one thing I forgot to say. I guess I said everything I needed to say, but divine expression, it'll allow you to express yourself in a much different way, in a much more empowering way than the way that you're normally used to expressing yourself. So I want to thank you guys so much, because you guys make this possible. You guys make this beautiful. And also I might go live later and do readings and healings, so if you want to take part in that, and then it will kind of, give you guys like an incentive to, maybe figure something out, or if you have questions, or if you're wondering about stuff and things of that nature. But don't ever not express yourself in the way that you want to be represented, you want to be respected, and you want to be loved. Because then that's actually not allowing yourself to grow and expand and change upon your own state of being. So if that's one last thing I can say, then I will say that. But I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for this live feed. God bless. Go to my YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle, 23_@ If you're watching on other platforms, YouTube and BitChute, just know I do all these lives off TikTok. And anybody, take up the private session for $70 for 1 hour for psychic readings, healings, activations. Thank you guys so much.